Terrence Walters was part of a CDEMA volunteer group from Grenada who provided operational and support assessment to disaster preparedness officials in the BVI. He says residents are now trying to pick up the pieces left by Hurricanes Maria and Irma. Both hurricanes were Category 5 storms when they hit, and both decimated the islands within 2 weeks of each other. Walters says the devastation seen in pictures and videos were as real as it can get.
The devastation, because remember it's a Category 5 on the higher end, and so the devastation was pretty serious. You know, a lot of damage to houses and the infrastructure, vehicles in particular, because they have quite a lot of vehicles on the island. So we saw a significant amount of damage to vehicles, and then there are a lot of boats in the area. So we saw quite a lot of devastation, you know, damage to boats and so. And then the airport took a beating, the seaport took a beating. Luckily, the hospital did not sustain too much damage, so that was a plus for them. But apart from that, they had a lot of damage, destruction.
There was a conversation about islanders' preparation for the systems, which at landfall were at Category 5. The CDEMA volunteer says no amount of preparation could have saved the islands from the wrath of the systems.
Even if the people, prepared as much as they could, right, with the Category 5, you know you're going to sustain catastrophic damage. So what I think one of the things that we have to focus on is ensuring that people have their family disaster plans.
As for lessons learned, Walters says there needs to be a serious relook as it relates to engineering practices.
In Tortola, there were a few buildings that were built in the last 10 years that sustained minimal damage. And then I was looking around at some of the roofs and the construction, and there were a few small houses with a particular type of roof that they were not impacted at all. So we have to look at the type of engineering, the type of construction, the building codes.
Senior UN official Stephen O'Malley says the recovery of Eastern Caribbean islands, hardest hit by recent hurricanes, could cost up to $1 billion. They include Dominica, Barbuda, Turks and Caicos, the British Virgin Islands, and Anguilla. Eugenia Peters, GBN News.